I'm back. Yes, let's just slowly start or continue. So we'll just close everything, prepare things for launch. I don't think that we're going to use this information anymore. By the way, I forgot to actually put the last card. Either way, the last card is basically going to be a magical hacker. So let's just close everything and launch MTG Duels. So yeah, and while I'm launching MTG Duels, again I'm going to talk about a little bit about the fact that I'm a little bit annoyed by the fact that still no invites. I get that. I think if I would be a little bit more persistent and like knocked to support a little bit more often and a little bit earlier, it would be a little bit more possible. Yeah, I'm kind of decided to check if I had any invites. Nope, still not. They actually sent the information that they started to invite players outside of the priority queue, and the earlier you registered, the higher is chance for you to get access. So, and I registered right after closed beta was launched, so pretty early. So even if I'm not going to be granted a priority queue access, which could be, of course, possibly a little bit earlier than the regular access, but still, we kinda already in the continuing. So because I definitely want to test Magic Arena like visually, and actually want to provide some feedback, although I know that I'm not that experienced player, and for me feedback is going to be a little bit less technical and maybe a little bit more on the design side or whatever, and that's one of the reasons why I kind of wanted to get a little bit earlier access, because they still, like, the later I will get this access, the less visual changes they will go to apply to the game, so it's more technical things. So yeah, apparently we actually have one empty slot. That means that, but by the way, why? Like, we actually have to have, oh no, everything's fine. I went through one quest, returned 10 cards from our graveyards during the weekends, and basically finished it. So yeah, win a lot of games while having 7 or more cards in your graveyard. We kind of already did that, hopefully. Cast 15 green or white spells in matched versus battles, and deal 60 damage to your opponents in matched versus battles. Okay, let's just try to do that. Again, what colors? Green, white. And it's time for a landfall deck, apparently, because landfall deck is exactly these colors. Versus battle. No, landfall actually not exactly these colors. I mixed things up. Green, white. Green, white. Yeah, we don't have anything green, white, you tell me? Seriously? What the Restoring Order deck? Oh, come on, man. Why am I constantly forgetting these things? Restoring Order. Seriously. Okay. Oh yeah, this is Transform deck. We actually could play with this one. For the most part, this deck is exactly green-white. the only blue mana that it has it for these planeswalkers, and this is just because I wanted to put these planeswalkers in here. I don't know, this is just out of stupidity. Yeah, we actually could try to play with this deck versus battle. Again, it's pretty risky because this deck is pretty big, but hopefully I have pretty good balance. Like usually for 72 cards, 30 mana, it's kind of enough. Yeah, we dividing. Like the one way that I created a mana, like manually put mana in my deck, is by dividing in half. So like I'm counting all my cards, all my spells, like 23 spells plus 19 things. So basically it's 52. Then I'm dividing 52 by 2, and I'm getting 26, and hopefully my math is fine. I'm not good at math. So yeah, 26, and then this 26 I'm adding or subtracting, no, adding 5. And the result is the exact amount of lands that I need. And this is kind of approximately the same amount, like 30, 31, something like this. We kind of have to have in our deck when we're having like these amount of cards. And yeah, this is the way that I usually divided the amount of lands. Or adding not 5 but 4, I don't remember. Something like this. I know that one of the ways to count lands is by counting the mana symbols. This is one of the ways to put manually mana in your decks too, but I don't necessarily like this method. It's kinda, maybe I should use it. Either way, I think I will keep this deck the way that it is. We have some removal in here, which is good. For the most part, we just need to rely on transform cards. I think this deck is pretty solid. Let's just actually try to play it against real players. It's probably the first time that we're going to play it versus battle. Hopefully we will manage, even if we're going to lose, it doesn't matter. Again, I'm not like, by the way, where we are in the rank, probably in the last time that I remember we was 7th. Actually had to see in here what rank we are. Forgot. Whew. Ugh. Let's sit a little bit more comfortably. Yeah, doing mana with filling in experience, of course, is a little bit better because not every time you can like calculate things exactly the way they are. Because yeah, but again, for that, of course, you need filling in experience. Yeah, well, no! I kept the bad hand. Oh snap. I kept the bad hand. I don't know, I actually should keep the previous one, but I kind of decided to change it. Yeah, the really mathy way to do it is called the hypergeometric calculation. Ew, and how it works. Like, basically, the way that I described, like dividing, you can calculate the probabilities to have given mana on given turns. Oh, like you're counting. Yeah, apparently this is too much hassle. Yeah, we could use that. But again, one of the things that I don't like about the Magic that we don't have the counter for turns. Especially, I think if you're playing, we're definitely going to lose this match because I got like completely awful mana. I thought that by changing it I will get something better, and it was in the last second. Oh, actually maybe we'll be able to go with this. Yeah, like counting the turns, like the amount of turns. So for instance, if each turn you will get 3, like at least in 5 turns you will get 1 mana each second turn, something like this, or each third turn. That way, on 5. But again, yeah, this is too much to calculate. Yeah, I guess the easiest way, like for me, the easiest way is just divide. Of course, not every time, like first I'm dividing things, like again, I'm counting the overall amount of cards, then I'm dividing it by 2 and adding additional things. Okay, this is hard. No, for now we're going to stick in defense. Yeah, I'm dividing them by 2 and then adding either 4 or 5, I actually don't remember, but something like this. And that way, usually it works. It provides me with enough mana. It's a little bit harder, of course, once we're starting to add more colors to the deck. It's pretty easy. And the more lands we will going to put, so the smaller deck we have, the less amount of lands we're going to put, usually, the way that I'm doing this. Okay, let's think. Target creature gains haste until end of the turn. This one will transform. At the beginning of each upkeep, no spells were cast. Let's turn transform it. So this one will transform. But it will transform in a pretty strange state. Okay. Let's just destroy this one guy. Although it's probably not a good thing. But he able to get the creature's haste, and this is not something that I want, so yeah. So yeah, the way that I'm usually putting mana, like for mono decks, again, I'm using the same method by dividing, but then I'm adjusting in a number of lands depending on the mana curve. Usually mana curve is pretty good. This is like the deciding factor, because if I have, of course, too many big creatures, then I will put a little bit more mana. If I'm going to have less creatures or more small, like, okay, we need to block it. It's kind of time. Okay, good. We're actually starting to get mana. Good. Oh, maybe it's a good idea to use Tamiya now. This is probably the first time that I'm going to play it. Choose up to 2 target creatures until your next turn. Whenever either of those creatures deal combat damage, you draw a card. Oh yeah, I remember. I already play her. So tap up to 2 target non-land permanents. They didn't untap during their controls on top step. Ideally, the earlier I will put her in the game, the better, because the opponent doesn't have anything for now. But at the same time, if I'm not going to have any protection in form of creatures, and I'm not going to utilize her ability sufficiently. So yeah, we'll put plus loyalty counters, but she's not going to be utilized. So instead, let's just play creature for now, and I'm going to play Tamiya on next turn in order to utilize this ability. Destroy target artifact or enchantment, we can remind +4. We actually could destroy this one, because I think opponent has some cartouche there, and whenever this cartouche will enter, this will be returned, and basically opponent has the ability to replay the spell multiple times, so that's why I think we need to do that. It's not a good idea to utilize all cards that could save you right away, but again, I started this game pretty weird. I thought that I'm not going to be able to win, but now I actually have a chance. Okay, good. We have pretty good blocker for that one. Oh, pretty cool. We're actually starting to get pretty cool cards. So toughness are each equal to number of cards in your hand. Enters the battlefield, draw a card. At the beginning of each upkeep from a spell where cast, transform it, and once transformed, it has vigilance, trample. Power toughness equal this number of cards in all players' hands, which is much better. So the question is, should we play Tamiya or should we play the guy? I think it's time to play Tamiya, because that way we could utilize her ability, and basically it will put a pretty cool threat on the battlefield for the opponents to act upon. So let's do that. let's put this one and this one. Now, if opponent will decide to attack me, which probably is going to happen because, you know, unless he will decide to buff it. Yeah, I'll just continue. So yeah, continuing. Yeah, for mono decks, for the most part, if I have pretty low mana curve or a lot of small creatures, that way usually I'm adjusting mana a little bit lower, making it less than it should be by the division. Oh, behemoth! No, hippo. Pretty awesome hippo, by the way. Stella. Okay, for now, this guy's not going to be that big though. We will draw additional card. Oh, hello, another Planeswalker. Cool, so tap up to 2 target non-land permanents. They don't untap their native controls and upstep. Actually could utilize this one, but instead let's just put a lot of +1s in here. I think I will be able to protect myself either way. We will put on these creatures because... Or, no. This one and this one. Because I'm probably not going to block with 3/3. I wouldn't want to lose it. So yeah, and the bigger mana curve is, like the bigger creatures I have, usually I'm adjusting mana higher. But when it comes down to multicolor decks, it's of course a little bit much harder, but usually I'm standing like to the division method. But calculating by turns could be a good idea because again, and I think when I started I actually calculated it this way. I created the deck the way, oh hello cartouche. I created the deck the way that like I'm putting basically for, oh come on, this is bad. I created the deck the way that in order to put a land card between each at least 2 cards, something like this. So 2 regular cards, land, 2 regular cards, land, 2 regular cards, land. So that way it was probably a good idea to create at the beginning, but then I thought this is too much work. So because you kind of need to manually reshuffle deck this the way, the exact way. Okay, we're kind of in trouble. Good thing is that we have a lot of cards in our hand. That means that this one is a big one. Okay, so putting a land. Whenever a permanent you control transforms into human, puts a green wolf. So putting this one could be a good idea for now because it could give us pretty good protection. And if our creatures will transform, we'll get additional. But again, this one will become smaller and smaller and smaller. It's kind of a problem. Play cards or keep cards in hand and wait. So let's just play cards. Okay, let's just play small cards for now. We'll get additional land. Putting more threats for the opponent. Because like for now there's not that many threats from the opponent's side, but I have pretty good threats. That means that kinda I'm controlling the game. I hope so. Or at least I'm setting the tone for the game, not necessarily controlling it. Where my Tamio went? Oh, yeah. Opponent destroyed her because I couldn't block. Yes. Question. Should we just block, skip? I actually could lose this one, but at the same time, like, for damage it's too much. I definitely don't want to lose this guy. It could help us at the end. Definitely don't want to lose the Planeswalker. Yeah, let's just block with 2-1. Although ideally, of course, I would want to kill it, but not now. Not now. We're playing against Gianlucas Roma 75. Okay, this is actually good. When another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. I think we need to start to gain lives, although it could be a good idea to put this one in play, but we don't have any flyers from that side. So that's why it's kind of a pointless thing to do, so let's just play that one now. At least we will start to gain life. Uh-oh, transformed. Didn't thought about that. Real Poker Hearts Library. So we definitely need to put a blocker now, because this is the only way for us to protect her. But at the same time, no. Opponent will attack with this one. Either way, she's going to die. Yeah, damn it. Real top card of your library. If it's a land card, put it in the battlefield. Otherwise, put it in your hand. The only way for her to survive, it all depends if I'm going to block with 2-2. No, I think she will die either way. Let's just create an additional creature. It's just a matter of time. I would rather gain additional health, because I will lose her either way, no matter what I'm going to do, pretty soon. But that way she provides pretty good destruction for the opponents. First, second, she gave us a pretty big creature to block for 3, which is good. Yeah, I think this is kind of a good way to put it. And did we confuse the opponent? We both have 2 cards in our hands. I have probably 1 more land than the opponent. The opponent has 6, I have 7. Okay, good. I think we actually could destroy for 3 and skip 1-1. But again, it could be a provocation, and this one could actually survive. But let's risk it. Either way, I will get the things that I want. Yes, there's a buff there with trample. This one will survive, but the good thing is now opponent doesn't have that buff. Again, this is the way that I'm looking at this. Even if I get provoked and like I'm losing something out of it, I'm still wanted to gain something, and usually the gain is this now out of the way. And I don't want to think about it. So at least the opponent is going to have probably 1 more, or possibly. And I'm kind of forgetting about the ability to transform. Ideally, if I'm not going to play any spells right now, both actually, this one will transform. Whenever the opponent casts a spell during your turn, draw a card. least I'm slowly gaining life. This one sacrifice another permanent, transform this one. After transformation he kind of will give us a lot of cool things, but I will rather go with this one for now. It will give me a little bit more once I have, while I'm having creatures. So for now that's kind of it. Yeah, pretty strange match. I'm not keeping, like, I didn't pay attention to every freaking turn. Probably were a lot of misplays. It started with the drawing a bad hand, and it's gonna continue. Forget to skip attack. Either way, I think after this game is definitely going to be a 1 AM in here. So we'll relaunch the game and we will get additional quests. Still, opponent doesn't possess any big threats, just could destroy with a quantity for the most part. Also right now opponent able to destroy either 2/2 or this 2/2, which means that we need to kind of react to this moment and actually sacrifice this one and transform this one. So this is kind of a thing. Let's do that. I don't think that opponent has something that could give this. If he is or she is, so be it. So we will lose 5 life overall. Oh no, opponent actually decides to destroy our part 2, I guess. Not so fast. I'm going to sacrifice it. And we will transform. Okay. Okay. What's next? There's no point of playing this one. The opponent doesn't have any flyers there. It all depends what I will get starting from next turn. Exile target of creature enchantment. Ideally we kind of need to exile this one because this is the problem. It has vigilance and constantly, and I don't have anything to block it. So ideally we could exile it. I think I will do that. But again, for that we need to sacrifice one of our creatures. So that means that we need to play this guy. We need to destroy it. Artifact enchantment to exile. That one. And we need to say... I could choose a land, but I think I need lands. Sandworm conversions make... Oh yeah, I remember that. But again, I'm not able to play it yet, probably. Or I able. No, we actually need additional mana for it. And choose an opponent to lose 1 life. Yes. And we will get 1 life. Yes. So yeah, I still have 1 additional mana. Yeah, I actually forgot. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, that this thing at the beginning of each turn produces additional worm. So it kind of has pretty good value. What if I'm not going to have any cards in my hand? This one will die? Seriously? It's not freaking good. That means that we need to transform it. Oh, hello there. Our big threat. Kinda. Oh, destroy target artifact or enchantment and gain 2 lives. Prowess. Enter the battlefield, discard your hand and draw 3 cards. Yeah, this one will definitely die. So we need to be opponent is thinking. Doom. I don't know. It's like either way, although this game is kind of weird, I kind of like it. yeah, this is the exact land that will allow us to play this one, but then our 1/1 will die. So apparently we need to wait next turn once he will transform. Again, the beginning of each upkeep, if no spells will play it last turn, not going to be played. Yeah, so continuing. Till the next turn. Let's hope opponent doesn't have anything that could result in discarding this card. That would be super, super bad. So yeah, now he will transform. No, yes. Now he's going to have 3/3. And unless opponent will be able to play all cards, this one will survive. And also, he will transform back at the beginning of each upkeep if player casts 2 or more spells this turn. So the only way for this one to transform back for the opponent is to play 2 spells. And we kind of have an equal situation when it comes down to lands. The opponent probably has 1 more. Oh, freaking cartouche. Oh snap, this one will be a big one. So I think, yeah, it will become super big. No, actually we'll lose this one. No, we'll block it, or no, I don't remember. Yeah, we lost. We lost it. So the only thing that could save me is this thing now. But let's hope that I will actually will be able to generate a lot of worms. And we have to remember that opponents actually... oh no. For each creature you control with power 3 or greater. Okay, both cards. Let's hope that opponent is not going to have exactly that card in his possession, or her possession. So I'm not going to block this attack, because it's kind of a pointless thing to do at this point. I will try to block this one, although opponents could have some type of buff, but again, it's pretty risky. Yes, buff. 3/1 and trample. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. 7/9. Yeah, pretty aggressive deck. And I'm done. I'm freaking done. Yeah, I think if I played it a little bit earlier, yes, if I played it previously, I already would have 2 worms. And I had a little bit more chance. I still kind of have chance in case opponent's not going to buff 3/3, so we'll be able to block 4/5. But again, if opponent will cast a spell and this one will get prowess... oh no, I'm done. Because this one, by sacrificial thing, will deal 2 damage to a player too. Yeah, I'm done. Okay, that was pretty fun. Again, starting hand was awful. I got lucky towards the game, like throughout the whole game with cards. And if I played them right, maybe I could kind of survive. Oh. Opponent probably has some buff there. Yep. No? Oh, he just wants to destroy worms. Why wouldn't opponent attack with all of them and destroy me right away? He actually could. Okay, that was strange. And probably opponent decided to pity us and give us the ability to survive. I'm fine with it. The more creatures, that way we could maybe potentially... okay. Goodbye. Inferno. And attack. Maybe. I don't think that this is a misplay, by the way. Maybe opponents usually like either you feeling super dominant and trying to, like, you know that you will either way destroy opponent. So like for instance now. Or maybe it was a misplay, who knows? Again, 9 rank, I don't think that this is a misplay. That was too rookie type of a misplay. Yes, opponent knew. Yeah, opponent knew that either way I'm going to die. It's just a matter of the way that opponent will choose to destroy me. Obvious way was the first one, but with this card in his hand, it was obvious that I couldn't survive for a long time, just completely fine. Oh, actually almost played every freaking cards, which was awesome. I love that elf, that was pretty cool elf. So yeah, continue. Oh no, actually we need to relaunch the game because right now we are actually going to get a quest. Relaunching the game. Stainless Games. Is this a subsidiary of MTG or Wizards or Hasbro? I don't think so. Okay, now we got a cost 25 instants or sorceries. Okay, we're going to do that for a long time because I don't have that much spells in my decks, especially the ones that are not controlling decks. But either way, we'll actually could continue to go with this. By the way, why I didn't get 60 damage to your opponents in match versus battles? You tell me that I didn't dealt any damage to your opponent? Actually, yeah, I didn't attack once. I wasn't... Seriously, I didn't attack? Okay, sometimes it happens. When I'm not in position of attacking, I'm attacking. Like, I read what you need to do in order to win Magic, or basically not win, but to play Magic, I should say, the proper way. Okay, we'll continue to play as our decks. Yeah, I never attacked. Now I'm kind of realizing that. Yeah, I didn't have the chance a lot, like because I constantly had 4-3 present on the opposite side, and I didn't necessarily want to lose my guys at that time. I actually could. One of the ways that we could make that game a little bit interesting is by not playing any cards and just basically gathering the full hand, and that way my big werewolf would transform and I would have 7/7 werewolf or even more. Yes, even more, and that way we could actually destroy a lot of potential blockers for the opponent. Yeah, I think if I thought a little bit, like if I probably had more experience with this deck, because again I didn't play transform cards decks a lot. It's probably Mr. Target for you actually could keep this one. Although the first creature that we're going to play is not going to be any soon, but at the same time, okay, this one's sorcery, so that means that we're going to play this one. Not the best hand, but let's hope that we will get some smaller creature. Yeah, so I think I should utilize this guy. Previously. The Sage of Ancient Lore. When this one enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a non-legendary green creature card with converted mana cost 3 or less, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Seriously? Seriously? Okay, these are potential game changers, but the fact is, I don't have anything now, so if this game is going to be long enough, maybe I have a chance. But again, to utilize this demon we need a lot of creatures, and this is not something that I'm going to have. Although once I will require 5 mana, I could tap this one pay 1 life and put a lot of human clerics, so could be a good idea. And also this is a 5th land, that means that we're going to play this guy super fast. So this is actually going to be our first creature that we're going to play, and since we have a lot of cards in our hand, that means that we're going to utilize this ability pretty good. Oh snap. What is this? Becomes tapped. Target creature can block this turn. Okay then. Okay, since okay, target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. This is actually a good idea, so let's put this one first. And then destroy 3/2, because again, they're not going to fight. The target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Let's just destroy 3/2 right away. Creature you control and you don't control. It's probably premature because of this card. We could actually keep it for later use, but again, this is pretty annoying card. It's 3/2, I don't have anything to block it with, so I probably should keep it for something like this. As usual, you're starting to regret your decisions. Oh, this is actually good. It will provide us with a lot of life. But for now, let's just play this one. Again, the same problem as in the previous match. I could create tactic around this card, or create tactic around the multiple cards. So this tactic, by putting this guy, will allow me to gain more life with each creature that I'm going to put in play, but at the same time I'm not going to be able to block anyone. I think I could actually sacrifice one of those in terms of yeah. So next turn this one will attack. I will sacrifice one of those and transform it. This is probably the way to do that. Yep, exactly that. So now if opponent will attack, I will block opponent with 2/2. He's not going to renown. But again, opponent could make one of my creatures step, which is kind of doesn't matter, I think. He can put 2 of my creatures stepped, only 1. Oh no. Oh no. I remember this thing. At the beginning of your combat in your turn, target creature you control gains double strike. This is bad. Okay, this one getting tapped, which is bad. Yeah, I probably now should skip it. No, we need to just block it or skip it. It damages a lot, but I have kind of enough life to actually go with this. Because ideally I want to utilize this ability. I want to sacrifice this guy by tapping this guy, but now this tapped and I can't do that, so... And since this ability of this guy can be utilized... skipping. Let's just try to skip. It's pretty risky to skip, but let's just skip. Let's create a situation for our opponent to wonder, why wouldn't you block? We're confusing our opponent with stupid decisions. Yes, and actually, oh, seriously, it works like that? So first attack, it got renowned, and then the second time it dealt 5 damage instead of 4. Okay, now I know how renowned works in this situation, which is pretty interesting. Destroy target effect on enchantment with convert mana cost 4 or less. Okay, good. We're actually probably able to destroy this guy. Awesome. Transform up to 1 target werewolf you control. Creatures you control gain trample until end of the turn. Again, this one is not werewolf, so first thing that we need to do is destroy this guy, because we don't need double strikers there. And there's no point of utilizing this one again. So next turn I will try to do the thing that I wanted to do. Once opponent will attack, I will sacrifice one of those guys by tapping the other one after blocking. Yeah, so let's hope we actually will be able to do so. But again, opponents still probably will be able to tap one of our guys, which means that probably we should attack. But let's see what's going to happen. If one of our guys is going to be tapped, I'm just going to tap it right away and sacrifice this one and transform it. Oh no. Freaking Flyer. And Gideon. Yeah, for me it's still pretty hard to play these type of decks. Okay, this was interesting. Okay. My opponent decides not to attack. Probably afraid that I will destroy 5-4 with these two guys, which definitely not something that I'm planning to do so. Like, this is the least of my plans. At the beginning of visual okay, 3-4. I think it's time to utilize this guy. At least we will get 2 additional lives, and we'll draw additional cards, which for now we're not going to play. Or we should. I'm still not going to be able to block 5-4 without dying, so Gideon could become indestructible. It doesn't matter. Vigilance, vehicles you control have flying. No, let's just keep it. Keep it. Not going to play land. I doubt that I will draw next turn additional land. Let's just see what opponent will do in this particular situation. Oh no. Creatures become bigger. Well, yeah, I'm definitely in a big trouble. I will block Gideon with 5-5, and I'm going to skip the rest. No, I'm going to block this one like that. I'm going to... Oh no, I don't have enough mana. Damn it! Stupid me! I messed up. Either way, I will block. That was a kind of misplay. Oh, he didn't... Why he didn't protect Gideon? He actually could. He had exactly 3 mana to activate and save Gideon. Apparently, because of my hesitation, opponent messed up. Or he or she has a plan to utilize something on my turn. Maybe? Okay, we actually could transform this one. Again, werewolf you control. I think this one will transform. I think this is the way to play now. And for now, he's kind of big enough. He will become smaller than this next time. Okay, let's attack. Although it's probably not a... Oh, yeah, we actually will attack. I forget that he has vigilance. Completely forget that he has vigilance. Good. Yo-ho! We dealt our first damage of the night. 56 to go. Should I or shouldn't I? Oh yeah. Yeah. And I definitely don't want to play land. So yeah, let's just continue then. Yeah, this is one of the things with Transformer cards, with transform cards that I kind of need to constantly keep track of. I guess the more I'm going to play these type of decks, the better I will become at this, but I'm having troubles with keeping track of all transform cards. Like, there's a lot of abilities. Like, you need to play almost 2 games in your mind at the same time. You need to think about the condition of each card. You need to keep track of how many spells opponents are playing. Yeah, you made it in time. I thought too long, and because I dragged the game, and because of that, I was able to read it, which is cool. So yeah, for now I'm not going to play any spells. I kind of wanna, because I don't have enough lands to utilize this one. Neither 4, 5, 6. Enters the battlefield, you may search for a library for a non-legendary green card, creature with mana cost 3 or less, put it into your battlefield. Okay, first we will attack, and then I will just play a land. Again, if I utilized the same strategy in the previous game, I probably would have had a chance. Oh snap. The opponent has something in mind. What the heck is this? Commit damage, enters the battlefield this turn, exile that card. Oh snap. So you tell me that he was going to exile my 8/8. Whatever creature deals combat damage to you, enter the battlefield this turn, exile that card. I think I will still able to destroy him, so I'm not going to sacrifice my 8/8 wolf, although I could. And I also lost the time. So yeah, 8/8 will be exiled, which is a problem, but I still have a lot of cards in my possession. So now, since I'm completely free in playing whatever card I want, because now we don't have wolf, I think it's time. So this one will be put in play untapped. I think it's time to actually search for a certain card. Although, no, we're going to do that next turn because we don't have enough actually time to do that. Instead, let's just play Gideon and discard. That's kind of it. That way we will get to life. And that's kind of it. For now. For now. I still have 2 big game changers. So next turn, so how many lands? 6, 7, 8. No, I don't have enough lands to play the Worm Creator or Worm Generator. Oh snap! 6, 4, 3, crew 2. Opponent still will destroy me with flyers, although again, the faster I will put Worm in play, the better for me. But for now, let's go with 6/5. Have enough time to search for a certain card. I actually don't know what we're going to search for. Oh, good thing that we don't have that many cards in here. So definitely don't want this. So whenever a wolf or werewolf you control becomes the target of an instant or sorcery spell, put 2/2 green balls. This is actually a pretty good thing to put in play. Now the rest guys are pretty general, so oh snap, yes. You gotta be kidding me. I actually chose the right one. Oh. Whew. Barely. Of course I could go with something that could block, but again, you control becomes a target of an instance or sorcery spell, so even my sorcery is an instance, which is pretty good. Two other creatures attacked. Yeah, we're not going to attack. Continue. Yeah, I'm in trouble. The cool thing is, I have this crazy land, which I probably could utilize, because this is the only way for me to survive. This guy has lifelink and indestructible and haste. But the question is, yeah, I probably will die. 9, yeah, I'm done. 4, 6. Exactly amount of health needed. Aw, that was kind of close. If I played Worm, it could save me. 1 land. Okay, we didn't get lucky, I guess. Yeah, we're dropping in rank. This happens when you're playing with the decks that you're not that good at. Oh, we didn't cast that much spells. So apparently now it's time to shift into a deck that actually provides us with a lot of spells. So that means that we're going to play a control deck with a lot of spells. And it's time to probably play with decks that returning cards back to the player's hands, because this is something that I kind of didn't play for a long time. Of course, that way we're not going to deal that many damage. But before that, let's play the deck that we actually could win with and actually get a little bit higher in rank, hopefully, because I don't want to drop to first rank again. So that's why we're going to play as a light deck, which is the one deck that I'm usually winning with, or at least the amount of lose-win balance it here towards winning. It's a shame that Magic doesn't have the ability to see, like to store some type of information, how many wins or losses your deck went through. It would be an awesome, by the way, idea, like to put in Magic Arena, but I think it's pretty hard to actually like implement inside of the game. Okay, this is actually a pretty good hand. I would say this is awesome hand. Usually this is the winning hand. Okay, playing this one first. Not winning hand, but pretty good hand. Again, we were able to destroy, like, pretty good removal for any creature, even undestructible, which is awesome. So first, of course, this one, because it will produce additional things for us. So yeah, it could be a good idea for the game to create some type of tracker for each deck. So, but the problem is it's pretty hard to utilize inside of the game, because for that you need to create a lot of programming, because this deck is going to be constantly changed, and if you're going to change this deck, it's not going to change the tracker winning loss, and you could completely change this deck, so it's pretty strange. I don't know, but overall it could be a good thing to have. Okay, some flyers. So for now, at the beginning stages of the game, I want to focus more on gaining life. So this is, and apparently we're going to play against kind of a potential control deck. So that means that game could be a pretty long game, yes. So that means that the more lives I will gain during the beginning stages of the game, the better. But I need to think about attack too, and as fast as possible. Because if we're actually playing against control deck, it doesn't have that much creatures, hopefully. That means that we need to create an attacking strategy. Yeah, good. So even if this one will block me, I'm going to survive, so I'll attack with both of them in order to gain additional life. Again, like, it's pretty easy to play linear decks. The only thing that you need to do is just to put creatures in play in proper order, and then they're going to work with each other. That's kind of it. Like, but playing such decks as like transformer decks, when we need to think about the actual one side of the cards, we need to think about the other side of the cards, we need to think about how many spells opponent casted, how many spells we're going to cast, and especially if we have multiple cards with transformations, we need to think what cards we need to transform, what card we don't need to transform, and one card could be transformed, the other could not be transformed, and we need to choose between what card to transform or not. Basically, it's super hard to play. Like, it's challenging, but it's cool. Okay. So now there's a lot of blockers in there. Oh no, this is potentially Eldrazi control deck. No. Okay, we need to go fast. Okay, vigilance. So now I have problem with lands. This is definitely something that could create a big of a problem. I will attack for the sake of gaining life. I will attack with this one. He is going to be destroyed. I don't want to lose the only card that could produce lifelink. So, nope. I still have pretty big removal in case opponent will decide to play big Eldrazi and attack. So I'm going to keep this one for big threat. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, this was not provocation. I don't think that opponent has something in here. It's just logic. Attack, not die. Utilize ingest. Okay. Oh, we lost the only thing that we need. Lund. Freaking resource. Hello there, priest. Or, yeah. So, whenever this enters the battlefield, put 5/5 black demon. Oh snap. Creature token with flying into play. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 2 life. This is good. This is something that's good. Again, we already talked about the problems with demons. Everything that creates demons or everything that involves demons, every time results in losing life or paying pretty big price. So I think I will keep 5/5 on sacrificing part, but it's better to utilize it if I'm going to attack with 1/4. That means that, but I don't have enough lands to utilize both creatures. Stupido. So I will provoke him by attacking with this guy. Let's hope that he's going to be provoked, or she, or whatever. Nope. Okay. Because next time opponent will attack with more creatures and I don't have that much, like, I'm not going to be able to destroy the exactly 5/5 because again, opponent choosing what creatures to sacrifice. Target player sacrificing, attacking or blocking creatures of his or her choice. So that means that, yeah. Okay. I probably should. Okay, let's just play this one now. I need freaking land. I actually almost have 10 more lives than starting life totals, but I pretty easily will lose this because now I'm going to be attacked by freaking demon. Okay. An opponent will lose lives, which is good. So the longer I drag the game, the better for me. Unless opponent will decide to destroy his own creature. So this is kind of a strange situation. Opponent doesn't have that much time. What is this? Okay, he gives lifelink. Okay, understood. Okay, this is a good way to balance the fact that you're going to lose 2 lives each turn. Oh, we lost ally. 2 allies. The same ones. That could provide us with life. Not a problem. Tuduk Maktu. Oh, come on! Bullcrap. Okay, destroy target creature. So should we utilize this thing by sacrificing some of our big guns? No, I don't think so. I kind of want all of them. I want this one for vigilance, I want this one for lifelink, I want this one for small protection, or something like this. Yeah, hi Scarfson, what type of news? What type of news you got? About what? Oh, I knew that he kinda got himself in a incident which involved assault of, yeah, so I saw that they suspended him, but it's a good way that they fired him. I guess the allegations were right and they decided to fire him. He basically digged his grave. He got stupid and cocky, and yeah. I thought that something like this would happen to him because he had big mouth but nothing to cover that. Okay, so I'm in trouble. I need something. And now he got fired. But I think he's going to be fine when it comes down to his career. He got a lot of friends during his promotions. Although it all depends on if these allegations were true. Some people would distance themselves from him. Yeah, unfortunately, I need to stay in freaking block and wait. Something better. I just need additional land. Although I don't know what I'm going to do if I'm going to get this additional land. Let's hope that opponent will choose to attack only with 5/5. Damn it. Please attack only with 5/5. And he's going to constantly give it lifelink and get lives. Yeah. So, what if I actually utilize this one? Target player sacrifice an attacking or blocking creature. Again, he's just going to sacrifice one of those. It's probably going to be one of those guys, not 5/5. It's a shame that we're not able to choose that. Like, it's crazy bad. Like, I know that this is a pretty good balance, but if I had our sacrificer, I could actually... whatever. I have troubles with lands. But I have a lot of card advantage. So, thank you, Funali. But what it will give me now? It's not going to give me that much. I'm still in trouble. I don't have any flyers. The only thing that I could do is just attack and gain life back. So that means that I need to play a lot of allies. So I think it's time. So this one is not going to die, although target creature gains lifelink until end of the turn. But opponent could give these creatures lifelink too. Although this one potentially could die. By Tuesday, guys. Let's hope that eventually I could do something about that. I will continue that strange thing. The only thing that could help me, if I will get rid of both of these guys somehow, and then opponent will just attack with 5/5. Oh no, he's going to bring back this one from my graveyard. No, he actually decides to put another demon. Crazy. Why? Yeah, I don't think that I will win this one. Although, of course, I try. I will try. Yeah, I'm not going to try that much. I'm just going to attack. With this one, provoke him to block me. At least one of those guys could possibly die. I will get additional life. Please block. No. Okay, so yeah, I'm kind of done. So let's just deal opponent a little bit of damage, I guess. And we need to keep 2 mana. Yeah, next turn is going to be my last one, without questions. Plus 1 counter. Oh, just put it on a flare. And I'm not going to pay, so don't pay. And I will utilize this one next attack, either way. So nothing could save me. It's better to... Damn it! Stop attacking when 1/2s. Okay. Of course, opponents will choose either 2/2 or 1/2. What? That was a strange choice. Why opponent sacrificed his demon? This was a mistake? Or what? Okay, with 1 demon I probably could protect myself. What the heck was that? Yeah, apparently that was a mistake. That was a mistake. Oh yeah, baby. We're going to attack with full force. We will gain a lot of lives. And maybe I'm even going to turn tables. Yeah. Da 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 da. This is epic music for that situation. Yeah, opponent will gain lives too, of course. It's no brainer. But the opponent will gain 4 lives, and we're going to get How many? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 lives almost. We're currently going to back to 20. Which is pretty good. Yeah, I kind of wanted to see 4-2 to deal damage. And also, we actually will be able to tap this one and deal 2 damage to this one. Although I could do this later, but let's do it now. Oh, no, doesn't matter. I don't know why opponent destroyed his own demon. What's up with that? Like, that was the actual mistake. Now opponent will probably... But again, opponent's still going to get these lives back. It's just kind of back and forth match. I have a lot of life linkers in my possession. He has a lot of cards that could produce life links. And the only thing that could change this game is either opponent is going to get pretty big flyer, or unfortunately, the one thing for me that could be a pretty good big changer is gun. Hopefully we're going to get another one. Okay, and again, I'm just going to do the same, +1 counter. Here, now I actually could do that. Let's put counter on this Fluyer. Pay 1. And again, doing the same, I'm going to get a lot of life, more than opponents, so for now I'm kinda in a better position, because as long as I have a light, I'm going to be able to get more lives with lifelink than the opponent. Eight, 12, 15, 17, like 18 lives. Yeah, we're going to get a lot of. Watcha! One small. And again, I don't think that opponent will attack with too many creatures, so that's why I kind of want to utilize this one now. Still have a lot of blockers for these 2/4 guys. Okay, maybe the mistake of the opponent to sacrifice this demon could result in me winning. But again, I'm not in a better position necessarily. No, come on, I'm getting constantly freaking lands. Okay, let's gain even more lives. So now I'm actually able to do that. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We don't have that much. No. This one will get, yes, so, yes, good. So attack with all of them. Gain an infinite amount of lives. Yeah, I like that. That's what's cool. Which is good. Gaining a lot of lives is awesome. The only question is, now we need to choose what ability to utilize. Ideally, we need to choose a lot of zombies. Because the opponent will definitely survive now by blocking all of these guys. Then I would probably produce another zombie by tapping an LI and deal 2 damage with this one, which I of course able to do so. So maybe we even will destroy opponent. I don't know, like 8. He's going to block the biggest ones. It all depends on how opponent will decide to block. And of course, 4 additional lives will be, or not, more than 5 lives will be gained, of course. 5 here. Oh, yeah, every time that I'm playing games that involve lifelink on both sides, these games are super long. Again, once we played game with friend and we basically both got 150 plus health, had full battlefield of creatures, none of us was able to attack properly nor defend properly, and we just decided to call the game done. Oh, wait a minute, so now we're actually able to top this one because we already dealt all damage. So we'll just put additional counter on it. Okay, we're going to put a lot of counters, but we can utilize only one. And now we're able to actually pay, because this land already got damage. Yeah, this is actually pretty cool. And now, since I'm pretty fine with whatever on the other side, let's just produce a lot of zombies. Not a lot, but yeah. I don't know how this has happened. Again, one small misplay. I don't know still why opponent decided to destroy one of his demons, because again, ideally he could choose either to destroy 2/2 or sacrifice one of those, unless this sacrificing thing is not choosable. So now, okay, he continues to do that. Yeah, so now I'm kind of in trouble. This is the thing that kind of could change things, the presence of the second demon in play, the second demon 5/5 in play. But now the good thing is that I have pretty good defender, and the thing is, now if I'm not going to get an allies each turn, I'm in trouble. So the only way for me to kinda win, I'd say, is to make sure that I'm going to get one ally each turn. And of course it's not going to be the case. Okay, I have another land, which is awesome. We're going to put all counters on our flyer. I'm actually able to pay one. Let's hope it's not going to be the land. Okay, we need to choose this land and pay. Good. So that way, plus the fact that we could deal additional damage to an opponent. But again, Liliana will be transformed, then each player discards a card. It's not a problem for me. Okay, let's just see what's going to happen. Yeah, this is pretty infinite match. I guess it's going to be... Okay, attack with all. I'm still going to get a lot of lives, and I'm kind of interested on what point opponent will decide to quit, or if he or she will decide to quit, because apparently this is the end, because 4 health there. Even if opponent will, it's all about calculations. Like I don't want to right now count how many lives opponent will get with this one, because if opponent will able to survive or not by giving biggest creatures lifelink. So lifelink to this one, 5 back, at least 9. I will attack with 2, with 4, 6. Yeah, actually only 4 creatures are dealing damage. Now the cool thing is that I have first strike. The cool thing is that a couple of creatures for the opponent's control will die, which is good. Oh, we actually won! Yes! Whew. Yeah, that was a pretty strange game. I actually thought that I would lose this one. Let's hope that... What the heck? How we didn't dealt 60 damage. Okay. and we also didn't cast 25 instants or sorceries. And the thing is, we kind of already at the end of the session, because we played a lot of big matches, but I think I still need to go through these quests. So let's just buy from... Again, right now I'm sticking to Amonkhet and Eldritch Moon because both of these sets will give me the things that could make my decks a little bit bigger. So, in particular for the zombie deck, which is the deck that I want to play the most for now, I'm going to buy cards from Amonkhet. And I'm going to switch to Eldritch Moon from time to time. Okay, we actually got a pretty cool demon. So, Vigilance and Balm. Okay, 3/2, 3 mana. This is Magma, deals 2 damage to target creature. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. Pretty cool. A pretty cool cat. Manticore, not a cat, this is a manticore because it has a scorpion tail. Enters the battlefield, put -1/-1 counter on target creature you control. Manticore of the Gauntlet deals 3 damage to target opponent, and 5/4. Pretty awesome manticore, by the way. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I thought these are not commons, but uncommons. Yes, this is uncommon. Red creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. This is awesome for a red deck. Enchantment enters the battlefield, target opponent sacrifice creature. When cartouche enters the battlefield under your control, return trial of the Poo in your owner's hand. And pretty awesome demon. Whenever you cycle or discard another card, put -1/-1 counter on each creature your opponent control. And cycling. Okay, this is definitely a card that we're going to put in our deck with Stranger Things, that for the most part specializes in cycling and discarding, which is freaking awesome. Cool. So yeah, we kind of have a little bit of more time. Actually, we don't have time, which is kind of a problem. Like, I kind of need to go to sleep. I have a lot of things to do. Okay, so one thing that we will do is we will definitely finish this quest. So we will go through one match. We will try to deal this damage, get 120, and hopefully win the game. That way we could actually earn for another booster. And this is going to be the last thing for the session, because I'm definitely not going to go through all 25 instants and sorceries. It's going to be for a long time. I will go through this quest separately from streams. So yeah, let's just go to versus battles. And since now it doesn't matter what decks we're going to play with, we'll continue with the light deck, I guess. Again, this is the most deck that will allow us to deal a lot of damage pretty quickly. Or let's just try to choose our Farscape deck. It's going to be a little bit faster. Yeah, let's just go with a different deck. This is the aggro deck, although it doesn't feel like aggro deck. But it's supposed to be aggro deck. A lot of small creatures, a lot of damage dealers, and that's kind of it. Works with multiple spells. Hopefully we will manage to do. Yeah, my voice is kind of already dying. So, oh. Okay. We playing against 11th rank, not good, with a freaking aggro deck with 2 lands. Okay, there is the possibility for this hand to be good hand, especially considering the fact, like, if we will get 3rd land, then 4th land, which highly likely in next 5 turns, hopefully. If this is going to be the case, we probably even will be able to kind of win pretty quickly. Okay, definitely this one. This defender will help us to deal additional damage by tapping it and tapping it constantly, starting from next turn. Let's just start to attack. So, right now we have 52 out of 60 damage, so that means we need to do an 8. Seven to go. Ritty-too, ritty-too, rat-a-tat-a-doo-doo, rat-a-tat-a-doo-doo. Full-size lands. Oh, I so want a full-size lands. Freaking cosmetics. Yeah, one thing that kind of I'm feeling down about Magic Arena, they said that cosmetics are going to be paid, So the only way to buy cosmetics in the future probably is to buy them for actual gems, which are you can buy for a actual money, which is kind of annoying. I get why they did this, because they still have to have something for regular players that usually not buying a lot of boosters to want to get something out of the game. Because I definitely wouldn't want to spend real money to buy boosters, but I probably would spend a little bit on cosmetics just because I want to aesthetically pleasing look for my cards or for my sleeves, such as this one, or for full-size lands. This is one-time purchase, and it basically will please you visually for a long time. So I get why they did this. But for instance, for Magic Duels, we able to buy it for in-game currency, which is pretty cool. Although we need to have a lot of game currency to buy these cosmetics, such as full-size lands or the card backs. Okay, since I don't have any creatures to put haste on them, I will just use this card as a way to trigger this one. So, oh, this is actually good. Oh, snap. So something in there super Jesus. Yeah. Once I will feel dominant, opponent will put something big in play, and yeah, definitely game changer is coming. Hello, 5/4. Not actually 5/4, it's going to become bigger with each freaking land. Yeah, I have this one in my landfall deck. It's a pretty awesome card. I think it's time to get this creature out of our control, under our control. The only problem, it will become 4/4 instead of 5/4, because equal to amount of lands you control. I think it's actually a good play. So 9, 1, 2, 4, 6, plus 2. Oh, freaking cricket's pretty close. It's pretty close. Yeah, let's do that now, because I don't know what opponent has there. I'm not going to kill him, but I barely will kill him. Oh no, we actually got 6. Oh no, yeah, the 4 plus 2, 6, yeah. 6, 7, 8. Oh, wait a minute, we won. Exactly that. That was sick. Okay, that was one of the matches that basically we got lucky. We had enough things to do the exact amount of damage that we wanted, and that was pretty cool. So yeah, that means that we're not going to play extensive things, which is awesome. I actually wanted for a quick match. So the next set we're going to explore is Eldritch Moon again. We'll continue to go through Eldritch Moon. Oh, no. In Eldritch Moon, there's a lot of basically a lot of cards in Eldritch Moon that like kind of cool. And usually it's enchantments and other types of cards. So like Prowess gets +1/-1. This one has Madness. Oh, this is awesome art. Oh damn, David Gillett. I don't know. That's pretty cool. So Madness, yeah, we know what Madness is. It's a potential thing for us to add in our deck with Stranger Things. So Vigilance, 3/2. Yeah, pretty cool elemental, especially for the deck that specializes in instants and sorceries, which is pretty awesome. It will pretty quick get pretty big. Okay, destroy target blocking creature. Creatures that were blocked by that creature this combat gain trample until end of the turn. Huh. Destroy target blocking creature. Blocking, so on the stage of attacking. Creatures that were blocked by that creature this combat. Gain trample until end of turn. Why? Okay, either way. And we got Human Soldier, legendary creature, Thalia. Heretic or Heretic Cathar. So first strike, creatures and non-basic lands you opponent control enter the battlefield tapped. Yes! Exactly for these type of cards I wanna open Eldritch Moon. Eldritch Moon has a lot of pretty game-changing cards, or at least the cards that kind of shape the game a little bit, such as this one. Yeah. Of course, these type of cards in other sets too. So as a reminder, we have 100% in Origin, we have 91% in Zendikar. For the most part, I actually opened all types of cards, so the only thing that I will open in the last 7 boosters are repeated cards, or basically to finish the collection. With copies of cards, we have 64% for Gatewatch, which is, by the way, one of the sets that I definitely need to continue to buy cards from, because we need to acquire all allies for our 5-color ally deck in the future. So again, this could give us a lot of pretty cool zombie cards. So it's 52%, 35% in here for Kaladesh Omni 7. I recently started to buy things from it. 7% the same for Revolt, and kind of 25 for Amonkhet, which is pretty interesting. I actually didn't thought that I will buy from Amonkhet that much. I kind of wanted to keep this set for later, but since I decided to create a zombie deck, I kind of decided, okay, why not? Why not create things in here? Okay, so I guess that's it. Again, we still need to go through this quest, but again, I'm not going to do this now in this session. I will do this separately from stream, and on that note, I guess we will end the session. Thank you for watching, thank you for being here, have a nice day or night, and see you in the next session. Bye bye. Kind of bye bye.